Have you ever felt like you're running on a treadmill, trying to create the life you desire? You're doing all the things, the vision boards, the affirmations, the relentless hustle, but your reality barely budges. You push harder, desire more intensely, and double your efforts, only to feel more exhausted and further away from your goal. What if I told you the entire premise is flawed? What if the reason you haven't manifested your desires isn't because you aren't trying hard enough, but because you are trying too hard? This is the central secret we are going to unlock today. It's a concept I call the simplicity principle, and it turns the entire model of manifestation on its head. The principle is this: creating your desired reality is not achieved through increased effort, desire, or complexity. It is achieved by systematically reducing your internal resistance. The less resistance you hold in your energetic field, the faster and more effortlessly the quantum field collapses reality into the form you prefer. Most people believe they need to add something to themselves to be worthy of their desires. More work, more belief, more discipline. The truth is, your desired reality already exists. Your only work is to subtract the energy that is blocking it. You are not building a bridge to your future. You are simply clearing the fog so you can see it is already here. Resistance is the fog. It's a complex energetic signature composed of desire fused with its opposites: doubt, fear, overthinking, and the desperate need to control the outcome. It's the energy of pushing against the current, and it creates a noisy, incoherent signal that the universe cannot clearly interpret. Today, you will learn how to stop pushing and start allowing. You will understand that your power lies not in your struggle, but in your stillness. To truly grasp this, we have to upgrade our understanding of reality itself. We've been taught to see the world through a classical Newtonian lens, a world of solid objects, cause and effect, where effort equals results. But this model is incomplete. Quantum physics reveals a fundamentally different universe, one that is more aligned with the teachings of ancient mystics than with our everyday experience. Physicist David Bohm proposed a revolutionary model of reality. He described two interconnected dimensions: the explicate order, which is the physical world we can see and touch, and the implicate order, an invisible, enfolded field where all possibilities exist as pure potential. In this quantum model, you do not create your future from scratch. You are not a sculptor hammering away at a block of marble. Instead, you are a tuner. All possible realities, the reality where you are wealthy, the one where you are healthy, the one where you find profound love, already exist as vibrational patterns in this implicate field. Your job is not to create them, but to select one. And how do you select it? Not with effort, but with resonance. You must become a vibrational match to the reality you wish to experience. This is where the simplicity principle becomes your greatest tool. The universe doesn't respond to the complexity of your struggle. It responds to the clarity of your frequency. When you are in a state of resistance, worrying, doubting, forcing, your energy is scattered and chaotic. You are broadcasting static. But when you simplify your inner state to one of clean, pure knowing, your signal becomes coherent and powerful. You become a magnet, and the field has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your new vibration. So what does it mean to have a simple, coherent signal? It means aligning your internal world with the feeling of your wish already being a reality. The great spiritual teacher Neville Goddard called this the art of assuming the wish fulfilled. This is not an intellectual exercise. It is a full-body, cellular conviction. It is the quiet, calm certainty of a person who has already received their desire. Think about it. If you knew, with absolute certainty, that you were going to receive $1 million tomorrow, how would you feel today? You wouldn't be frantically trying to manifest it. You wouldn't be worrying about how it will arrive. You would feel a profound sense of peace, relief, and gratitude. You would move through your day with a different energy. That feeling, that simple, uncomplicated state of knowing, is the signal. That is alignment. The problem is that our subconscious mind which governs over 95% of our behavior, is often programmed for the opposite. It is wired with old stories of unworthiness, emotional memories of lack, and the core belief that we must struggle to survive. This creates what I call the effort loop. It's a subconscious cycle where you believe you are not inherently worthy of receiving, so you must try harder, prove yourself, and earn your desires. This loop is fueled by fear. The fear that if you stop striving, you will get nothing. But from a quantum perspective, this very effort is broadcasting the frequency of not having. The universe, being an impartial mirror, simply reflects that signal back to you, giving you more experiences that require you to try harder. Your identity becomes fused with the trier, not the receiver. Breaking this loop requires a radical shift in identity. You must dare to stop trying and start being. This brings us to one of the most misunderstood concepts in manifestation, the observer effect. In the famous double-slit experiment, quantum physicists discovered that particles behave differently when they are being watched. The act of observation itself collapses a wave of infinite possibilities into a single concrete event. You are the observer of your reality. Your focused attention is what collapses potential into experience. But there is a crucial distinction to be made between true quantum observation and what most people do, which is surveillance. True observation is an internal focus. It is the practice of repeatedly turning your attention inward to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. You are observing your own internal state of being. You are marinating in the emotion of the end result, regardless of what the outside world looks like. Surveillance, on the other hand, is an external focus. It's constantly checking your bank account, looking for signs, seeking external proof that it's working. Surveillance broadcasts a powerful signal of doubt and mistrust. It tells the universe, I don't really believe it, so I need you to prove it to me. This needy, anxious energy actually repels your desire because it reinforces the vibration of its absence. The key is to fall in love with the internal feeling so much that the external manifestation becomes secondary. You must derive your emotional fulfillment from the inner reality first. Here is a simple, practical way to start. Several times a day, take 60 seconds to close your eyes. Don't visualize the thing you want. Instead, feel the emotion you believe it will give you. Is it relief, freedom, joy, security? Feel that emotion in your body. Now, let it wash over you. This practice begins to recondition your subconscious mind. It teaches your body, on a cellular level, what your new reality feels like. This is not about faking it. It's about generating a genuine emotional state that precedes the physical event. This is the work. It's simple, but it is not always easy. It requires you to choose the feeling of your future over the facts of your present. Let's go deeper into the science of why this simplicity is so powerful. Your body is an electromagnetic broadcasting station. Your thoughts send electrical signals to the brain, and your feelings generate a magnetic field from the heart. Together, they create your unique electromagnetic signature, your state of being. Research from institutions like the HeartMath Institute has shown that when you experience elevated emotions like love, gratitude, or joy, your heart beats in a very orderly, harmonious rhythm. This is called heart coherence. This coherent heart rhythm creates a powerful, organized magnetic field that extends far beyond your body. A coherent state is a simplified state. It is pure, ordered energy. This coherent field is what amplifies your intention and synchronizes you with the corresponding potential in the quantum field. Conversely, when you are in the effort loop, feeling stress, frustration, doubt, or impatience, your heart rhythm becomes chaotic and disordered. This is an incoherent state. It creates a weak, disorganized magnetic field filled with static. An incoherent signal cannot be clearly read by the field. It's like trying to tune a radio to a specific station, but all you get is noise. The universe is always responding to your signal. But if your signal is a jumble of desire mixed with fear, the reflection you get back will be a jumbled, confusing reality. This is why two people can take the exact same actions, yet one succeeds effortlessly while the other struggles. The difference is not in their actions, but in the coherence of their being. The person who succeeds is taking action from a place of aligned, coherent energy. The person who struggles is taking action from a place of resistant, incoherent energy. Epigenetics shows us that this process goes all the way down to our biology. Our emotional states can literally signal our genes to turn on or off, changing our physical makeup. When you consistently live in a coherent state of gratitude and wholeness, you are not just sending a signal to the quantum field. You are sending a signal to your own cells to build a new body and a new reality from the inside out. Ancient spiritual traditions understood this intuitively. Vedanta philosophy contains the profound teaching, Aham Brahmasmi, which translates to, I am the Absolute. It's a declaration that you are not a small separate self trying to get something from a vast separate universe. You are the universe. You are the field itself, experiencing a specific point of view. When you simplify your inner state, you align with this truth. You stop acting like a beggar asking for scraps and start embodying the consciousness of the source that contains all things. How do you integrate this principle into your daily life? It begins with a commitment to self-observation. You must become a master at noticing your internal state. Your new full-time job is to recognize when you have slipped into the effort loop. You'll know you're in it when you feel a sense of striving, forcing, anxiety, or a need to control. When you catch yourself in this state, your first step is not to judge yourself. Simply notice it with compassion. Say to yourself, there's the effort loop. There's the old programming of unworthiness. The moment you become aware of it, you are no longer it. You have separated your consciousness from the program. Your next step is to consciously choose a different state. Ask yourself a powerful question. What would the version of me who already has this desire be feeling right now? They wouldn't be striving. They'd be relaxed. They wouldn't be worrying. They'd be grateful. They wouldn't be controlling. They'd be trusting. Then, do whatever it takes to generate that feeling state. Maybe it's listening to a piece of music, walking in nature, or simply placing your hand on your heart and breathing deeply. The goal is to make simplicity and emotional coherence your default home base. This also transforms your relationship with action. Action is not forbidden, it's essential. But you must learn to distinguish between action that comes from fear and action that comes from clarity. Fear-based action is frantic, needy, and attached to the outcome. It's done to make something happen. Clarity-based action is inspired, calm, and detached. It's done for the joy of the action itself, as a natural expression of who you now are. When you act from a state of wholeness, your actions are exponentially more powerful. I want you to engage with this right now. In the comments below, I want you to declare one effort loop you are now committed to releasing. Is it the loop of constantly checking your emails for a response? The loop of overworking to prove your worth? The loop of obsessing over what someone else thinks? By writing it down and sharing it, you are taking the first powerful step of bringing this unconscious pattern into the light. You are signaling to yourself and to the universe that you are ready for a new way of being. One of the greatest challenges you will face on this path is stabilizing your new state when your 3D reality has not yet caught up. This is the final exam. You have cultivated the feeling of abundance, but your bank account still says zero. You have embodied the feeling of perfect health, but a symptom lingers. In this gap between your inner knowing and your outer world, doubt will come knocking. This is the moment where most people give up. They conclude it's not working and revert back to the familiar struggle of the effort loop. But this gap is where the magic happens. This is where you demonstrate true faith. The Bible defines faith as the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The substance is your coherent feeling state. The evidence is your unwavering internal conviction. Your job in this phase is to anchor yourself so deeply in your inner reality that the outer world's reflection feels like an old, fading movie. You must trust the unseen more than the seen. When doubt arises, do not fight it. Fighting doubt is resistance, and it only makes it stronger. Instead, see doubt as a scared part of your subconscious mind that simply needs reassurance. It's like a child who is afraid of the dark. You don't yell at the child, you comfort it. So when the thought, "this isn't working," appears, you can gently respond, "I understand you feel that way based on old data. Thank you for trying to protect me. But we are choosing a new reality now. All is well." Then, immediately pivot your attention back to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is how you stabilize the new vibration. You repeatedly choose your desired state until it becomes your dominant frequency. It's a practice of persistence, not in action, but in being. You are holding the frequency steady, like a radio tower broadcasting a clear signal, trusting that the receivers, the events, people, and opportunities are tuning in and on their way. So let us bring this all together. The universe is not a stubborn taskmaster that you must impress with your hard work. It is a loving, responsive mirror that perfectly reflects your state of being. Your power to create does not lie in the complexity of your actions, but in the simplicity of your inner state. The great work of your life is not to hustle and grind, but to purify your own energy. It is to release the resistance, the doubt, the fear, the need for control, and return to the simple, profound truth of your wholeness. You are not broken. You are not lacking. You do not need to earn your worthiness. You were born with it. Your desires are not frivolous whims. They are the language of the universe, guiding you toward the next greatest version of yourself. Your only real work is to get out of your own way, to simplify, to let go, to trust the process. Stop trying to manifest and start being the person who already has it all. Embody their peace, embody their gratitude, embody their certainty. When you make this internal state your home, the external world must, by quantum law, rearrange itself to match your new signature. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So, who are you choosing to be, right now, in this moment? The choice is yours. The power has always been yours. If this message has awakened something within you, if it resonates with a truth you've always known, then subscribe to this channel. We are here as a community to remind each other of our innate power and to support one another on this journey of remembering. Thank you for allowing this wisdom to flow through you. Now go and live from the simple, magnificent truth of who you really are.